Imagine walking into a room. You close the door behind you, and suddenly, there is no echo, no hum, no background noise. Just silence. Not peaceful silence, but a silence so deep it feels loud. Welcome to the anechoic chamber, the room that absorbs almost all sound.
Behind every moment lies a scientific wonder. I'm Kale, and welcome to SciCurios, where curiosity meets science.
On Earth, silence almost never exists. Even in the quietest forests or deserts, there's wind, insects, distant movement, or the subtle vibration of the planet itself. But inside an anechoic chamber, sound has nowhere to bounce. Every wall, the ceiling, even the floor, is covered in sharp, wedge-shaped foam designed to trap sound waves and convert them into tiny amounts of heat. No reflection, no echo, just absorption. These rooms are so quiet that their sound levels drop below 0 decibels, below what the human ear is designed to hear. One of the most famous examples, built by Microsoft in Redmond, Washington, reached around -20 decibels, making it one of the quietest places ever measured. But why would anyone build a room like this? Originally, anechoic chambers were created for science and engineering. Researchers used them to test microphones, speakers, aircraft components, medical devices, and even smartphones. When engineers want to know exactly how a sound behaves, they need to remove every possible echo and reflection. Only then can they measure sound with absolute precision. In these chambers, sound behaves as if it's traveling through infinite open space. No walls, no room, just the sound itself. Sounds impressive, right? Until you step inside. People who enter an anechoic chamber often report something unexpected. At first, it feels calm, quiet, almost peaceful, but after a few minutes, things start to get strange. Without external sound, your brain doesn't get the sensory input it expects. And when the brain lacks information, it doesn't stay quiet. It fills in the gaps. You begin to hear yourself. Your heartbeat becomes thunderous. Your breathing sounds mechanical. You might even hear your blood flowing through your ears. Some people report hearing their joints creak when they move. Others describe a high-pitched ringing or a feeling of pressure inside their head. According to Psychoacoustics research summarized by Eberhard Zwicker and Hugo Fastl, the human auditory system becomes hypersensitive in extreme silence, amplifying internal bodily sounds that are normally masked by background noise. And it doesn't stop there. Because sound also helps us understand space, the absence of echo can disrupt balance and orientation. In a normal room, echoes help your brain calculate distance and direction. In an anechoic chamber, that reference disappears. People may feel dizzy, disoriented, or even anxious. In fact, the longest time anyone has voluntarily spent in an anechoic chamber is around 45 minutes. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's deeply uncomfortable. There's a famous quote from audio engineer Stephen Orfield, who designed several ultra-quiet chambers. He said, "When it's quiet, you hear your body." And that's not comforting. This reaction isn't weakness, it's biology. The human brain evolved in environments full of sound, wind, animals, water, other humans. Silence at this level is unnatural. When sensory input drops too low, the brain can begin to create phantom sounds or sensations, similar to what happens in sensory deprivation experiments studied by the World Health Organization and cognitive neuroscience researchers. So paradoxically, a room designed to eliminate sound ends up making you hear more than ever before. Anechoic chambers remind us that sound isn't just something we notice, it's something we rely on. It grounds us. It reassures us. It tells our brain that the world is still there. Total silence isn't peaceful. It's unsettling. And maybe that's the most fascinating lesson of all. So here's a question for you. Do you think you could sit alone in the quietest room on Earth for 10 minutes? Or would the sound of your own body drive you out first? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring the strange science behind everyday reality, subscribe to SciCurious for more.
Science is everywhere if you just know where to look. Thanks for watching SciCurious. Until next time.